So as you guys know, all the support service departments work really close together, and that's even, this year it's even more than normal. So I've got a few changes that we've made, this year. In the custodial department, we are helping with child nutrition more because they have more trash, more scattered out. We've got 12 custodians that clean 140 buses twice a day. So that's been a big task. We've added custodians having to wipe down playgrounds multiple times a day. And that depends, every building's schedule's different. Their recess schedule's different, lunch schedules are different. We've had to shift our central laundry, where we're doing more pickups and more deliveries a week just to cover cleaning all the supplies that we need at all the buildings. And then we've added a crew of people that's on call pretty much 24/7, where if we get a positive case and I get a call at 10 o'clock at night, we can go clean it. If we get a call on Saturday or Sunday, we can go clean it and have it ready for the next day. The maintenance has also changed. I've got several maintenance staff that are having to drive buses due to the shortage of drivers. And we've had maintenance staff in trucks going around breakfast time and lunchtime picking up trash and hauling it out for the custodians and the child nutrition workers. We've had to modify our warehouse schedules to meet the additional needs for the kitchen and the office and the custodial needs. They've needed more supplies more often. And I've had to put maintenance guys into the warehouse to keep those schedules on time. And then transportation. The first week was very challenging, but we made it. The bus drivers have done great. They've had to adapt their routes. They've had to learn which kids they have which days. And they've had to learn how to sanitize their buses between drop-offs and pickups. The drivers, they are excited about the new fueling station. It's well underway. I don't know if anybody's drove by, but we've got new pumps. So they're looking forward to that. And then we actually started Shuttles and Transfers today in transportation. So that's been a big thing we've been trying to get to and get done. And the drivers, they've also had to change it up. We have to do seating charts now, just to have on record, where if we get a positive case, we can go back and see who was within 6 feet of the possible positive.
So a kid has to sit in the same spot each day,
Yep.
to and from? Wow.
Yeah, and that way, if Kathy calls me with a positive, we can go back instead of having to pull tape. We can know who was sitting within 6 feet of the person. And we're down. We run about 100 routes a day, and then 15 activity routes per day is about our average this year. Normally, it's about 122 routes a day and 18 activities. So it's down a little bit, and a lot of that's because we've consolidated routes. So they may be running 2 or 3 routes per bus. Do you guys have any questions?
I've got probably a really broad general question. How did you determine, like, your sanitation protocol on your buses and like the frequency? How was that determined for us, or did we determine?
The Department of Health has some guidelines, and then we've Wayne Buttram, that's over our custodial department. He's came up with a good plan to when the custodians get on a bus, they're actually scrubbing down the whole bus with a quat-stat. The drivers are using a Fresh 15 spray between kids. Like if they may take a load of elementary kids and drop them, and then spray their bus, turn around, and go back and pick up a load of middle school or junior high or high school kids and run them.
Well,
So
I guess what I'm getting is it might be recommended, or maybe some good data to have, is to go back after you've done some sanitation protocol on a bus or the food service, and go do some contact swabbing to check the efficacy of your sanitation practices, and maybe that could either lead you to needing to do more, or maybe needing to do less. And as long as you, I mean, that's what we did in the food industry.
Sure.
When I was with Tyson, so we did what we call food contact services every day on different pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
And I would see that it might be beneficial to you down the road, especially on your bus sanitation or just your general table cleaning. You might need to do more, you might be able to do less. If you had good data, that would tell you what your,
Sure.
how well it's going.
Yeah.
For lack of better words.
Yeah.
Mr.
Gotcha.
Owen, did you have to hire an outside vendor for that, or did y'all have it within the company? How did you do
We
that?
had internal lab, but we also had third-party labs get in and verify. Because typically, you're always going to get questions of validity on the data.
Sure.
So we always had an outside lab come in and balance our numbers with how they.
Gotcha.
I
Sure.
just thought of that.
Yeah, we've got a company we use in the
I'm
classrooms.
not trying to get you into doing more or doing less. I
Yeah.
think it would help you build confidence in how well the program is working, and could lead you to different
Sure.
process efficiencies than where you are right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We've got a third party that we use in the classrooms. So.
And with us being in a food manufacturing part of the state, there's probably some good resources that we get to help us.
Help out.
Sure. Any other questions? All right.
So I have one for you.
Okay.
The maintenance staff that's driving the bus, do they not have to require any licensing at all for that?
So-
Or do they have to be in the process of, or how does that work?
So several of my maintenance guys have CDLs with a passenger endorsement, and we have several maintenance vehicles that require a CDL. But a lot of them I've hired out of other districts, and they had that passenger endorsement, so they carry it, and they just kept it. So we've been utilizing them mornings and afternoons just to get the kids there as quick as possible.
So if we're moving maintenance people to busing and to sanitation, are we struggling on the maintenance side of things, or are we still keeping up with that too?
We're keeping up pretty good. We've got about 200 work orders in progress right now, and about 400 preventive maintenance work orders in progress, which is pretty good. Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty good. So we're keeping up. We've pretty much stopped all projects. You know, we're just doing work
What
orders.
has to be done?
The sanitation and disinfecting has kind of become our number one priority. So we've just been moving staff wherever we need them. You know, no matter what department it is, wherever they need to go, that's where they go.
You're just getting the job done.
We get it done. There for a while, we had the trash dump. We couldn't keep up with trash, so one of the reasons, the benefits having maintenance do is they have trucks, so they could bring back the overflow back to our dumpsters at the shop. We keep construction dumpsters there, so we don't get any overages for Kelly. So,
Is that just because of the packaging that has to be used for the
Yeah.
food?
yeah, we've had to modify. A lot of it was teachers are coming back, they're moving rooms, having boxes. A lot of them have been getting rid of soft seating, couches and stuff we've been hauling out. So a lot of that we have to pick up anyway and bring back to the construction dumpsters. But it's getting better. We're not having to haul trash as much now.
Okay.